Hey, welcome back. How's everyone doing? So, I seen an interesting question, and it was somebody who was bringing up the question of why does it seem like other religions have more passionate followers? And to give you a couple examples, one, you look at Muslims, they are very devout, will pray, you know, regularly, specific times of prayers, fastings. You look at Mormons, and they are out knocking on doors. Jehovah Witnesses are going door to door, and things like that. And we don't see that all the time in Christianity. And the question is, why is that? Well, I would really like to hear that answer as well. But it also got me thinking a little bit that, one, do you think that's needed? Would you like to see that yourself? Is this something that you've asked? Let me know in the comments. I would like to know if this is something that you've asked as well. As man, I've seen 5 Jehovah Witnesses in my lifetime knock on my door, but I haven't seen one Christian brother come up and say, "Hey, I want to take you to lunch." I've been taken to lunch by Mormons before, oddly enough, a couple of times. So it's a valid question to have. And I just wondering, other than this one person who asked it, myself, is that something you've ever asked or that you would like an answer to? It also got me thinking once. I was talking to a pastor, and I don't even remember what the topic was, but I'd noticed something in the church that was just not right. I mean, it wasn't wrong, just wasn't what's the right word to use? Optimized. It wasn't as efficient or optimized as what it could be. So I went up to Pastor Dave and I was talking to him a little bit about it, and I was like, "Hey, that this here, it just seems like it's not as smooth as what it could be." And he looks at me and he says, "Well, a lot of times God lets us see things that He's ready to equip us to handle." And I'm pretty sure at that time my argument was, "Well, I'm not equipped for that." And it's like, you don't have to be. God will do the work. You just have to provide the body to do it. You just show up and start trying. And if it's truly something that needs changed, He'll make it better. Just people have to show up. And then that really relates to our faith. Do we have faith in our own action? Do we have faith that we will show up and God will then take over? Because until we actually have the faith and we actually show up, be like, "Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I think God wants me to fix this." How can He fix it if nobody shows up? And I think that kind of relates into this as well as, what does your local church discipleship program look like? Is your church doing anything to disciple people? What students are there on actually sharing Jesus Christ? We go to church, we hear a sermon, and things like that, but do we ever put it to action? Are we ever taking what we're learning and putting it to work? I think it's areas that need to be looked at and considered and stuff. I've always been looking for churches with men's ministries, and there aren't many out there, or at least I don't come across them. And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not looking in the right spots. I think that would be something really great. I also think that once I make sure my house is in order with how I'm doing things, I think it's something that I would like to be a part of as well. I think that maybe this YouTube channel here could turn into a part of that in a way, because I know my first priority is my family, and I need to make sure that they're they're well discipled and well educated the best that I can. That's the responsibility I've been given. And I know that that's an area that still needs addressed. I need to be better at that. But I also think that in that process, I can share here a little bit. But I think a lot of times I like asking questions because I want to hear your answers. I want to hear your feedback, hear what you have to say. So I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate everything that you help out on and things. It's nice to see the different perspectives. So take the time, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you like the video, you know what to do. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.